What's up? It's Angela Yee, and I'm here with David Correy, DC.
There you go. Hey.
All right, so David, let's talk a little bit about how we all got to know you. Of course, on XFactor. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was incredible. It was different because I got a chance to not only understand what it's like to be on that kind of like pressure cooker in like the moment, but the TV business, the TV aspect. It also helped me get a chance to explore and expand my brand.
And that happened to explode really quickly, though.
Yeah, it was just like a ripple effect. Everything just kind of just happened real fast, and from there I got a chance to meet my biological mother.
Right, that was very touching.
Yeah, that's guy right there, and then got my own day in my own country. You know what I'm saying? In my own town, December 9th. So it's just things like that you can't put a dollar amount on.
So what happened before XFactor? Let's talk about the grind that you were on prior to the show.
Yeah. I mean, just being up here and being in your presence, you understand how artists grind, how artists hustle. I did a mixtape series called Urban Rock. So there's 3 volumes, so make sure y'all go get them, catch up a little bit. But I started there, did my first EP with my band. So there's a lot of groundwork. So artists, when you start out doing shows and there's 10 people, you can really appreciate when there's 10 million looking at you on a show. So it's like that organic grind. Urban Rock is a company that I believe in, I bleed in, and this is what I'm trying to leave for other artists, to show them there's a million different ways to live it.
How are you funding everything prior to being on? That's a good question, because there's a lot of artists out there that always ask me, how do I get my music out there? I really don't have any money, and especially when you have a band that you have to take care of.
See, you understand that. It's a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of, you understand, like people do stuff for the gram and do stuff for the look, but it's not like that. We really had to hustle. I did not make a lot of, or any money at that point, the way it was, and just kind of how we did it was really organic. Like, we were selling tickets in the streets. Like, I've been doing music, man, that you have as well, before like MySpace. So like these artists that...
Well, I don't do music. I will listen to it.
Well, you are part of the culture.
Yeah.
You know that? I just feel like,
I don't want to take away from your art.
Nah, man, nah. You help expand it, and I feel like that's just something that I was really smart about. I connected dots in different ways. The people are so powerful. If they believe in you and respect you, they'll ride for you. And I built that organic conglomerate, and pretty much just it was hand-in-hand ticket sales. It was the malls, it was the gas stations, making sure you're popping in your school. People know you in your school, it expands to another school, so we're really big on that stuff.
Now, what is urban rock?
I feel like people look at me, don't really know what I am, and I say that it's a day and age where people don't really, everything is, well, he might be this, he might,
People like to categorize and
very much so.
Identify, like, okay, he's from here, this is the type of music that you do.
Exactly. They see the change. I was like, these are things that I aspire to have because I could afford them. I could work hard and pay for them. They're not necessarily my identity as far as like, okay, that's who he is. They're a part of me. They're veins. My stories help really bring out who I am as an artist. I'm adopted from Brazil, and I was raised from a family that I grew up like very country, like it's very suburban country, like 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, and crabs. So it's like I took all those blessings of having such a big reach in different cultures, and that's what urban rock is.
Now, what's Dreamers? What's that movement?
Being from where I'm from and getting raised in a certain environment, I'm from grew up in a town that has no stoplights. So everything has always been a dream for me, but it was a goal, and it turned into a deadline. And what I do differently too as well, Snapchat's cool and everything, Periscope is dope, but I give my supporters an actual line to contact me.
Right, so they can just call you up and you'll really answer?
1,000%. Hold up, I got 2.
Look, he turned his ringer off.
Yeah, but 917-251-4887.
Yeah, we actually were booked on the same thing.
Right.
And that's how we ended up getting cool. And I was like, all right, he's super talented. And I know a lot of people are in your ear right now, trying to get into a situation and figure out how can they work with you. So what's your ideal situation?
The greatest question ever, because this is like the most reoccurring thing. For me, I feel like there's so many different ways to get in the industry, and I tell artists that all the time. People are going to tell you have to do it this way, and I don't think that's necessarily true, because the Fetty Waps, the Post Malones, there's so many niche ways. Look at Drake coming from Degrassi. Everyone has their own niche way. For me, I would love to get a creative partnership and continue to build my brand, because I have a vision, and I want people to work with me that believe in that. but help expand it.
Well, you're really an entrepreneur because you do, as we can look at you and see,
have
branded yourself. And then last time I saw you, you had your own, you had your own liquor that you gave me. It was sparkling wine or Moscato. I don't know. It was very nice. It was tasted good. But how do you get into situations like that? Like, you have to really invest in yourself. I always tell people.
If you're getting money for a show, if it's $100, if it's $5K, if it's $20K, like you have to look at that. All right, it has to go back into the business, back into the brand. How do I grow my brand? Everything should be entrepreneurship, and that's how if I could inspire any person, an artist that's coming up, man, instead of spending them $100 on the new J's, find out a person that's interested in working with you because they believe in your brand, and tell them to sponsor you that and put that $100 into your business. What is going to make you money back? Major key.
Now, what's the deal like after you leave XFactor, right? Like, were you contractually obligated to not be able to do anything for a little while? What's the result of that?
There was certain things I couldn't release music. It took a couple years before I could put anything out for sale. I had to take a lot of things down. XFactor was a great look because it was awareness. Yo, who's this kid?
Right.
It helped grow the awareness. But after that, there was a lot of like roadblocks as far as being able to release music. But what I would say is that now that that's over and I'm able to finally build David Correy brand, not an extension of something.
Was that frustrating that you couldn't capitalize right away after the show? Be like, I don't want to win because if I don't win, then at least I could go and do my own thing. But then they put these restrictions on you.
Right, and sometimes people don't realize. Sometimes when you lose, you really win. Like, I got out of that competition at the perfect time to go build my brand. I wasn't stuck as long as some of them were. And I mean this with all respect. A lot of these shows, what happens to them?
Right.
I'm still here fighting. And it's because we work so hard before the show to understand the politics. You understand it's a rough business.
It is a rough business.
It's a very rough business. So it's a blessing, man. I genuinely am blessed to do music, and I just hope it keeps on spreading organically.
Now, what does raw soul mean to you?
Raw soul. Raw soul is everything about me since I've been going to schools and doing music. Everything that has come out has just been very raw. Like, you could tell, like it wasn't 100% tamed, but as I worked on it, I still kept that rawness aspect to me. Like, you can hear it when I sing. Like, that's why there's bears right here. I feel like that's when that raw beast come out. Like, that's when the rawness of who I am as an artist and everything I've ever been through. It hasn't been easy for me, from my car accident, dropping out of college, to losing my mother from cancer. There's just been certain hurdles in my life that I had to get through. So this project is literally letting me unleash all those demons, pain, love, anger.
How bad was your car accident?
Oh, God. A lot of people don't know, man, but my right side is maimed. I can't feel my right foot. I broke my ankle. I broke my hip. I had to go to rehab. It took me almost about a year to learn how to walk again, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what all this culmination of that, what I've been through, and from that good times to the bad times, and it's been a journey, man. I can say that to say this: when I did the Coke tour and I got a chance to travel the world, imagine being at the highest point in your life where you think things are gonna take a turn, and then you lose the person that you love that money can't get back. These are all things that help keep that rawness alive, to keep fighting for, because I want people to hear that struggle.
So your mom passed away while you were on the Coke tour?
Yeah, I was in London and I got a call from my father, and he was like, David, you need to come home right now. She doesn't have that much time left. And that was the last phone conversation I recorded with my mother. And even in that conversation, a song we did called Mama, We Made It, it was the last voice call. She was like, nah, keep going. So we flew to Asia. And I was like, you do realize that's on the other side, it's gonna take me even longer. She's like, nah, you should go. And I just had a gut feeling. We flew back. I wanna say like 3 days after being home. That was it. And I kind of just hit a wall at that point. Like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I did the last Volume 3 Urban Rock mixtape, and then I was like, you know what? Let's grow this brand the correct way now. You've seen all these different elements to help give you those certain platforms where you have global awareness. How are you going to capitalize on those? And here we are today, and Raw Soul drops in May. The producer behind his Be Hard, he's actually Justin Bieber's musical director, which is crazy. So his musical mind, I don't want people to look at me like, yo, he's an R&B artist. I want people to look at me like I'm an artist. global artist that is able to step in certain lanes but keep on his path. That's my goal.
Got it. Now, how much would you say you spent on tattoos if you had to estimate?
Oh man, I am all over. So I'm trying to think, because people ask me how many I have, and I normally get them in like.
How much would you say you've invested in your body, getting tatted up?
How much have I invested in tattoos? I want to say definitely. I'm lucky because the plug is like my right hand man.
You're right.
Right.
So he's not charging you to.
He charges.
It's a friend price, though.
It's definitely a friend price. Shout out to Stevie Money. We actually got a shoot today for Urban Ink. I would say I'd say 15K almost.
Sheesh.
Yeah, at least 10 to 15K. Because it's been going on 5 or 6 years. I say 15K.
How many more you think you're going to get?
I got to finish my legs up. I got them on there, but I got some more work to do. I'll find some space for touch-ups.
Okay, well, listen, David Correy, I appreciate you for coming through.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Listen, I've been watching your career. I'm going to continue to do so, continue to show some support, because I know it's going to be big things happening.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Shout out to Angie, man. She's a sweetheart. Thank y'all, Dreamers Urban Rock. We love you.
Please nobody unless it's your body, baby. 'Cause when I see somebody on you, it makes me die. A little just can't take it, it drives me crazy. I want you out of myself, baby, I'm selfish. 'Cause you do something